Good afternoon, room and board. We are here today talking about the Corbett extension table. I'm back here again with my trusty assistant Dave, and we're going to go over the finer points of putting one of these things together. As they come to you, they are going to be flat packed just like the regular Corbett table. They're going to come with two of these legs. We have the extension and these side rails. What you're also going to need is, if you have a ratchet, but a 1/2-inch driver is going to be very useful for you. So kind of just like the other ones is putting this base together, we are putting the leg and the side rail together. We have a couple of these screws very easily going in the side area here, which connects the leg to the side rail and then the other leg on the other side. The biggest difference you're going to find in the regular Corbett table and the Corbett extension table are going to be these side rails. On the regular Corbett table, there is one kind of middle bar that we put together to kind of put our base together. On the extension table, we have two of these side rails. And how we build that is we kind of make it kind of like a small box. Is we're putting the side rails on. There's two bolts on each side. You can kind of see on the other side. Putting one here, and also kind of the same thing over on this side. We're building that, we're putting the screws in, and then we're putting the other part of the leg on the other side. Kind of our same concept over here, where we're putting the leg on the other side. And that kind of completes our box over here. Once we have this all together, we'll go over and kind of look at how it goes on the actual extension table. So now that we're putting our base onto our extension top, we're ready to fit the base onto the table. As you can see, Dave and Joe have put it down and it is not fitting here. So one of the main things that you got to look for is there's different spacing on each one of these. The only thing you need to do at this point is actually pick it up and rotate it 180 degrees, and it'll fit into the slots available. And as you can see, it went in now. So now that we have the base down onto the extension top, we need to attach it. Joe here has a 2.5-inch sheetrock screw, and it is actually a square head. So make sure you have a square bit for your drill. And there are four screws that attach it, and they are kind of on these little side areas here. Joe will show you where they go. Point to the other ones, Joe.
1, 2 on that side, 3 and 4 over here.
The last thing to actually tip this table up in our customer's home, on extension tables, we really don't like to pick these tables up from the ends very much. What you can do is get your fingers underneath and kind of do a slow table roll is what we want to do, a controlled tip. This definitely works a lot better than actually just picking it up from the ends. And at this point, we can actually test the table by opening it up. And we'll also have Dave Carlson grab the extension piece, and we can test the actual leaf in there. It sits in there, marries in with the holes here, and then just back together. So now that our table is completely put together and we actually have our leaf in, putting the table into place, this is going to be very important to talk to our customer about. The one thing we want to stress to them is when moving the table, not to be picking the table up from the end. What you can see there, what it is starting to do, is it kind of loosens the table a little bit. How they want to move it, even if it's just a couple feet, is what we call a coffin style move. And Dave and Joe here are going to move it. And this is how you would want to move it into the kitchen and move it around to the place here it's going to stay in your kitchen.